Hello, and welcome to Hams Radio. I am Hams. Whether you are a new or returning viewer, just wanted to say thank you for your support. If you are new to my channel is all about finding a life after trauma. I will be showing the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to my own healing journey in hopes that it will help you in yours. If that sounds like something that could add some positivity to your life, I suggest or encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on what I'm doing over here. Oh, hit the bell too. It's helpful. So today I am going to be talking more about emotional flashbacks. As in my last two videos, I did promise that I would talk about 13 steps to help managing emotional flashbacks. And this has been one of the steps that I got out of it is something that is extremely helpful for me. You're supposed to do a memorized list of positive attributes about myself during the amnesia part of the flashback, and holding on to my sobriety has definitely helped me. And that's one positive thing that I can remember to say during a flashback when I forget all the good I'm doing and I'm stuck in an endless feeling that I'm not doing anything good and I'm making no progress. So 13 steps for managing emotional flashbacks. Number 1, say to yourself, I am having a flashback. Flashbacks take you into a timeless part of the psyche that feels as helpless, hopeless, and surrounded by danger as you were in childhood. The feelings and sensations you are experiencing are past memories that cannot hurt you now. Number 2, remind yourself, I feel afraid, but I am not in danger. I am safe now, here in the present. Remember, you are now in the safety of the present, far from the danger of the past. Number 3, own your need to have boundaries. Remind yourself that you do not have to allow anyone to mistreat you. You are free to leave dangerous situations and protest unfair behavior. And I did want to say before I continued, I am reading from Pete Walker's Complex PTSD from Surviving to Thriving. He has been managing his own CPTSD for a while. He's been a therapist specifically helping people with CPTSD for 35 years. So he is somebody that I feel like wrote a book that hit all this shit in it like head on. So I apologize for not doing that at the beginning. So step number 4 for managing emotional flashbacks. Speak reassuringly to your inner child. The child needs to know that you love her or him unconditionally, that she or he can come to you for support and protection when she or he feels lost and scared. Step number 5, deconstruct eternity thinking. In childhood, fear and abandonment felt endless. A safer future was unimaginable. Remember, this flashback will pass as it always has before. Number 6, remind yourself that you are in an adult body with allies, skills, and resources to protect you that you have never had as a child. Feeling small and fragile is a sign of a flashback. Step number 6, ease back into your body. Fear launches you into heady, worrying, or numbing and spacing out. So gently ask your body to relax. Feel each of your major muscle groups and softly encourage them to relax. Tighten muscles send false danger signals to your brain. B, breathe deeply and slowly. Holding your breath also signals danger. C, slow down. Rushing presses your brain's flight response button. D, find a safe place to unwind and soothe yourself. Wrap yourself in a blanket, Hold a pillow or stuffed animal. Lie down on your bed or in a closet or in a bath. Take a nap. E. Feel the fear in your body without reacting to it. Fear is just an energy in your body. It cannot hurt you if you do not run from it. Step number 8. Resist the inner critic's drasticizing and catastrophizing. A. Use thought stopping to halt the critic's endless exaggerations of danger and its constant planning to control the uncontrollable. Refuse to shame, hate, or abandon yourself. Channel the anger of the self-attack into saying no to your critic's unfair self-criticism. B. Use thought substitution and thought correction to replace negative thinking with a memorized list of your qualities and accomplishments. This part is what has been especially helpful to me. I use my sobriety as a way to substitute any of these very downward spiral negative thought patterns that I have in a flashback. That has been super helpful for me. There may be another one that's super helpful for you. Step number 9 to managing emotional flashbacks. Allow yourself to grieve. Flashbacks are opportunities to release old, unexpressed feelings of hurt, fear, and abandonment. Validate and soothe your child's past experience of helplessness and hopelessness. Healthy grieving can turn your tears into self-compassion and your anger into self-protection. I think, a whole 8 days of grieving. And I speak about this in one of my other videos. I don't remember which one, but it was just an overwhelming sense of grief that was coming out. Step number 10, cultivate safe relationships and seek support. Take time alone when you need it, but don't let shame isolate you. Feeling shame doesn't mean you are shameful. Educate your intimates about flashbacks and ask them to help you talk and feel your way through them. Step number 11, learn to identify the types of triggers that lead to flashbacks. Avoid unsafe people, places, activities, and triggering mental processes. Practice preventative maintenance with these steps when triggering situations are unavoidable. Step number 12, figure out what you are flashing back to. Flashbacks are opportunity to discover, validate, and heal your wounds from past abuse and abandonment. They also point to your still unmet developmental needs and can provide you with motivation to get them met. Number 13. Be patient with a slow recovery process. This I get hung up on a lot about why am I not more healed? And I feel like I need to be more healed or more farther along in the process. And that is really where my inner critic really digs its heels into is that. It takes time in the present to become de-adrenalized and considerable time in the future to gradually decrease the intensity, duration, and frequency of flashbacks. Real recovery is a gradually progressive process, often 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Not an attained salvation fantasy. Don't beat yourself up for having a flashback. So I just thought that was super important with anybody dealing with these flashbacks, and it may be something that you may not have been able to put to words or explain or understand, or you thought it was just the normal way of life. I encourage you to try these steps. If there was one that kind of rang true or rang like just kind of stood out for you as I read through them, I encourage you to go back and think about it and see if there are ways to implement that one thing when you're feeling in despair. I'm going to type this out. I'm going to laminate it, and I'm going to keep it with me so that until I memorize these steps, I can whip them out, kind of read them, and it will help me get out of these emotional flashbacks. So there's that. Just wanted to throw that out there for anybody who it rang or kind of touched some feels in the last couple of videos when I started talking about emotional flashbacks. Wanted to throw that out there. Cool. If you have any thoughts, concerns, or any questions or anything you'd like me to talk about, feel free to comment, throw it down below, and I read all the responses. So thank you again for your support, and until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.